It is supposed to be a small community within a uh, bigger, larger city. Uh, and this specific project, which is about a 5 acre development, which is going to happen near this IVC road. When we met the client, he asked us to have a very interesting subject he has given us, that he wants to develop this project as a in alignment with the architect's ideology, where they are coming up with a smaller units, but to give a bigger feel to the whole development. This is where we actually started with. Once we start looking at the master plan, it is a very interesting profile what they have developed. We have a beautiful central courtyard, and there is a nala which is cutting across boundary of the project, uh, and we really wanted to use that nala buffers which is going to be part of this project. So this is a green belt which we have to save. At the same time, fundamentally we have came up with 4 different strong ideologies that we really wanted to build up in this project. One is that social spaces, which is going to be fundamental phenomena, which we have to really address in terms of how these spaces can be utilized by the residents. And the second point is the wellness, how we are going to bring the wellness into the whole development with respect to the spaces what is available. The third one is like how we are going to bring the activities into the project. These are the 3 fundamental things. Along with that, we also wanted to add the sustainability as part of the whole program. So these are the 4 fundamental pillars which we really wanted to bring into the project. So what are those 4 things? How it is going to evolve? All those things we have developed in the design as part of our program. So when we are talking about the central courtyard, which is going to be the how it is been aligned with the overall master plan. It is in triangular shape, and it is like very kind of very tough challenge for us to really integrate that into the whole design. So what we have done is we have to really bring some big space within the small space. So we have given a huge event lawn, which is going to be part of this whole development, and that is going to host the larger events, festivals, and all that. But all the other programs and activities has been taken into one corner of the park space, where we have given a intensive activities kind of program into corners, and then towards the other end where we have the nala buffer. Here what we have done is it's a 30 almost 30-meter buffer we have. In that green space we have accommodated some activities, but more of them are like passive recreation. In that passive recreation, what we have done is like we have brought in yoga and meditation areas, and we have given a few active zones like children's play areas, because we have very limited spaces within the community. So within that entire passive zone, that children's play area is the only active zone, but it is been associated with outdoor gym activities and all that. At the same time, another interesting thing what we have done with the Nala is like we are trying to retain the water at multiple levels by creating some check dams, and only excess flow we are trying to send it out. Apart from that, we are also creating like a micro level pond which is going to hold the water, and we can reuse that water for the community needs. So that is what we have done. And in terms of integration of architecture into the project, how the architects have developed the clubhouse, we tried to maneuver our landscapes around the clubhouse, where few areas which are very interesting, where the integration of architectural elements along with the landscape, which is going to have kind of a good connection, not only by means of greens, but also the seasonal changes also been captured into the design component. So these are some fundamental things what we have developed as an integration of landscape. In terms of other aspects, the central courtyard, how we have developed, we treated that entire zone as more of a plaza, and we scooped out green spaces out of that, and it also gives us a much larger open space rather than a small courtyard. We integrated driveways as part of a plaza, and we scooped out planting areas within that. So this is what we have done as a overall landscape theme. Especially we are currently working on a lot of biodiversity selection of plant species. We are bringing in lot of food forest kind of activities into the project, where we are trying to use the native fruit trees, which is going to be a very interesting thing for the kids to learn more about the native fruits that they can pluck within their own community. And at the same time, this native vegetation is going to help in terms of biodiversity. It also attracts a lot of native habitats as well. So we have done little research on what kind of bird species are going to live here. If we have to attract the bird species which are native to this location, we really have to understand the native ecology as well. So that is what we are trying to bring in as part of this whole design program. Apart from that, even the lower level vegetation, which is going to be like not straight variation of planting, but it is more like a structured planting, which will help in developing the second layer of habitats. So that will become like a cycle for the ecosystem. So this is what we completely structured as the landscape design. The vision for the project, the bigger vision what we actually thought about for this specific thing is how we can give more openness in the denser greens which we are trying to create around. So we have to really play around the light, which is very important in the overall design aspect, where the theme of the project is sunscape. So we really wanted to bring um, the filtered light through the canopies of trees to the ground, so that people will experience different lights and shade at the ground level, where they really would like to enjoy how these filtered light is going to reflect and into their everyday living. So that is one important aspect which we wanted to emphasize into the design. As an integral part of our design, we really wanted to talk about the whole design process is not as an ornamental thing. We wanted to bring um, more functional spaces wherever there is a feasibility. We really wanted to bring some kind of activities into the space. So they really would love to engage with the nature and enjoy the spaces what we are trying to create around these activities. We also have provided some kind of gallery seatings right next to the sport activities and all that. As a community spaces, we try to create larger event spaces where people would love to come join at multiple events, and also at regular basis they can also get engaged with these large spaces as a mere gathering spaces kind of thing, and that will help the overall community to know each other very well, and at the same time the smaller spaces which were created around these larger gathering space will also keep them engaged with small activities throughout the day. So these are the important aspects which we have worked around. And to summarize this whole uh, design development what we have done in one single line, I would say how we can bring the light everyone's life is the key aspect which we really wanted to emphasize on it. To summarize this whole project in one single line, I would say residents will experience the brilliant play of light and shadow throughout the day.